Hey, coming up in a minute, we're going to do a segment about how your kids embarrassed you in public. Because Amy has this.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie, you may have this.
Oh, sure.
You, the amazing listener of this program, may have this. So I'll go ahead and give you the phone number, 877-77-BOBBY. How your kids made you go, oh, no, in public. So that's coming up. But first, the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
A new study has determined the safest and least safe states in America. Vermont is at number 1. You know, anytime I've been to Vermont, hadn't been robbed.
Oh,
That's
what it's
good.
based on? Safety for, like, robbery? I just didn't know.
Different categories,
Okay.
yes, but for the most part, it's assaults, home break-ins, all of the categories that you would feel unsafe if they happened to you.
Wow,
Gotcha.
I wouldn't think Vermont would be on that list.
Number 1 of the safest.
Oh, safest. That's
Yes.
why. Okay.
I'll hit you top 5. Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, Minnesota, and Utah, all safe.
Wow.
You're talking about personal and residential safety, financial safety, road safety, workplace safety, all these factor in. Now, when it comes to the bottom, I've lived in 3 of the 10. I live a life of a rebel.
On the edge.
Yeah. Tennessee is at 41.
Come on, guys.
Heck, Oklahoma's at 46.
Wow. What?
Arkansas is at 47.
What?
Texas is at 48. I'm
Wow.
surprised I'm alive.
How did you make it through all that?
I don't know. I should write a book. How I survived the 4 dangerous most states. I didn't realize every time I go to Oklahoma with Caitlin, I'm on the verge of being murdered. But yeah, that sucks. Louisiana's last.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
man.
Hey, been there a few times.
Yep. Did you
Dodged-
get robbed there?
Dodged a few bullets.
Literally.
Yes.
Hey-o.
Maybe
Got
some
'em.
are based on the road conditions, not the people.
No, they're all pretty high up in the rankings, all of them. Dang, I've lived my life like this.
Wow.
Hey, I need to give me a place up in Rhode Island. So those are the safest and least safe states there. I did see the story a couple of days ago, but I watched the announcement yesterday of the Spanx founder giving her staff gifts because she sold a bunch of her company and made $1 billion, basically.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So now she's a billionaire. The Spanx founder, Sarah Blakely, listen to what she did. She gave her 500 plus staff, all the people that work there, $10,000 in cash,
Cash.
2 first-class plane tickets anywhere in the world,
Whoa.
First class.
Man.
as her brand reached 1.2 billion, and that's what she has now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 21 years ago, it launched, and she had just $5,000.
And she was selling fax machines door to door. And then she came up with the idea for Spanx because she was annoyed by her pantyhose that she was wearing every day. I mean, it's wild.
She's 50 years old. There's a big sign behind her. It's all those letters, and it said Spanx. It was covered in balloons. The S had a bunch of balloons. You've seen those big standout letters,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can kind of make, some people use them for their engagements or their wedding day. It said Spanx, and she's up with a microphone in a room, and it felt like Oprah back in the day when you get a car, you get a car. Because, again, she gave every single person, all more than 500 of them, $10,000 cash and 2 first-class plane tickets. Again, she didn't send them to Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, where they might die.
No, anywhere in the
Anywhere.
world.
Yeah, anywhere in the world. They could have gone to
Wow.
Vermont or Rhode Island and lived happily ever after. So thought that was pretty awesome. I would love to have seen a number on how much that spending was. I didn't look it up. I didn't figure it out myself.
I wonder, though, if you're buying in bulk like that from an airline, do you get a deal?
Yeah.
If you're like, I need 500
but
round trip.
It's like Costco, dude, for sure. A
the
deal.
people had to go and decide where they wanted to go. So I don't think you bulk tickets whenever
Oh, true.
someone might go to Hawaii and then someone might go to
I guess it's
Australia.
any airline. You're right.
And then someone might just go Southwest and they're feeling dangerous and they want to go to Oklahoma.
No way. They're getting offered first class tickets. They're going to do it.
How much do you need to make to do that for us?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
what's
I
the
don't
mark?
own the company.
But when do, like,
No,
how?
everybody.
Okay.
Everybody thinks I've got you guys great gifts, and I've sent you on trips. I've
absolutely.
done all this crap. But here's the thing: I don't own the company. She owns the company. Everyone
big
always
difference.
expects, hey, Bobby, look at this CEO giving away all this money to his employees. I don't own the company.
Wait, I haven't said, I don't want to be yelled at right now because I didn't say anything.
I just brought it
I'm
up.
grateful for
But
things.
let's just say I get messages from people on this show that are like, hey, when are you going to do something like this for us?
Ray.
I might have emailed.
Oh,
And I do at times, but I don't own the company, so I would. If the company wanted to do that for me, I would love a little gift. How come your boy here can't get a watch?
That's true.
I get crap. I mean, no, I get paid pretty good. But I mean, other than that, but no, I don't own the company. But we used to, before we all had kids, or most all you guys had kids. Every year I would go like, all right, let's go on a trip, and I'd pay for a whole trip, and we'd all go on a big trip, and you know, it was good.
And Bobby would stay in his hotel room the whole
Yeah,
time.
he'd stay in the
Oh,
room
wow,
the
fun.
entire
That's true,
time.
that's true.
Lunchbox and I would go check out the city.
We go to
see the
Vegas and
sights.
Chicago. They go ride Ferris wheels and stuff, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna chill in my room.
Very awkward. Very awkward.
That's how I live my life, though. Finally, a mom who wanted to give her daughter one sibling and have a second child was shocked to find out she was pregnant with 4 babies.
Whoa.
Quadruplets. Madison Collier was not on fertility treatments, so the chances of naturally conceiving quadruplets is 1 in 700,000.
Oh my goodness.
2 boys, 2 girls were born last month and are doing well. I'm just going to put this out in the universe. Whenever I decide, and by I mean we, Caitlin and I, decide to have children, I would love twins up first and just wrap it up, just call it a day.
So you
Get it
just
over
want
with?
2 kids? 2 and
That's all I want.
What about Caitlin?
You haven't asked her?
We haven't talked about that.
I would prefer 2 kids. I would like to have twins up front and then just call it a day.
And again, how does she feel about carrying twins and
I
delivering
don't
twins?
think she likes it, but we don't have a choice, right? If it hits, it hits.
Oh, yeah.
Do y'all have twins in your family?
She has a significant amount of twins.
Wow.
And I know Ray and his brother. They're twins.
They're not related to you.
Oh, I thought if you just knew
Yeah.
them, you like
You know
No.
Morgan number 1, too, and her.
Wow, you have
that's
2
true.
twins in your life.
my
2
friendships.
Yeah. So, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. I would imagine, I don't know if we have any listeners that have had triplets or quadruplets. I would love to talk to you maybe in 20 or 30 minutes. We're going to do the kids' embarrassing stories in a second. But just how much that rocks your life. Because I can imagine, you know, Eddie, Lunchbox, you can tell me one baby
It's a lot.
rocks your life.
Yes.
Especially your first one. Everything changes. But twins or quadruplets, holy moly.
That'd be
yeah.
crazy.
That'd be the twins will be awesome.
You're saying it's going to be awesome.
Oh,
but you're going to
yeah.
wake up every morning and come to work.
Ugh.
And then you're
Yeah.
going to be like, I have to wake
And
up
I'm gonna,
early. I
and
can't
she's gonna
get up.
text me how great life is with the twins. And I'm gonna be like, that's sweet. And I'm gonna text her back, and then I'm gonna do like Eddie, and I'm gonna stay at work till 3 p.m.
Yeah, I
just
was
for
gonna
no
say that.
reason. So
You're
I-
gonna do that.
Yeah. Some days we'll work from my house, and you know we have the studio in a different part of the house, and I'll walk outside, and it's 2:30, and Eddie's still there, and his Jeep's still parked outside my house. And I'm like, what are you still doing at my house?
Still working, man. I know. Look, back in the day, it kind of messed me up because I would like play basketball with Ray just to not go home. But now, really, it just work's just caught up. So I work until that time. But back in the day, man, I would kill a lot of time here before I went
Do
home.
we believe that?
No.
Honestly, do we believe
No.
that Eddie works till 2 or
Okay,
3?
guys.
Well, I guess, are you not? Here's my question, because some of us do leave, but then we work later in the day.
Yes.
So is he just knocking it all out in one swoop and he's done, doesn't even get back on his computer after
That's true.
2:30 or 3?
Yep.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Well, then,
Oh, yeah. When
then
I'm,
I can find that believable because, yeah, I believe you.
I believe you, Eddie.
thank you, man. But I like that you needed Amy to believe me, though.
Well,
it's
she brings up a great point because at 1 p.m. to 6, I'm back at it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm done when I get home.
All right. Everybody good?
Good.
Everybody caught
No.
up? That's what?
I'm not good. I'm trying over to enjoy my coffee over here, but I have like some
Your mouth still burns?
residue from yesterday that's in my mouth.
We will address that coming up in the next segment as well. Like
Okay.
how our lives changed after yesterday's segment of the hottest shot in the world. Come back. Let's play a song first, but close it up, Ray.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
Luke Bryan Waves on right now.
chick.
Bobby Bones Show.
In the next segment, how your kids embarrassed you in public. You got one? Call us. If you don't, listen up. We'll do it next. All right, we're going to talk about how your kids embarrassed you in public. Amy, you brought this up. What happened to you?
Yeah, well, so one recent example is we were walking into church and they have a big bowl. Communion is different because of COVID.
They're in the little packs.
Yeah, instead of it being passed around to everybody, now when you walk in, there's little pre-packaged little juices with a cracker built inside. And you grab one when you walk in if you choose to participate in communion. Well, my daughter, I notice we walk in and she goes to sit over with the teenagers and I go to my spot. But she walks in and after she thinks I'm around the corner, I see her stick her whole hand in there and she grabbed as many as she could fit in her hand and then put them in her pocket like they were snacks for church.
What did you say anything to her?
Not in the moment because it was the middle of church and
Like 5
it was
p.m.
dark
she's snacking on it at
and-
home.
Yeah. No, but I know. I just want her to understand the importance of respecting the communion and not grabbing a handful in front of the whole church and like putting it in her pocket to snack on.
Why do they have it in a bowl? Because last week they had it beside us, they had it beside the chair.
Oh, well, maybe someone set it out there.
Yeah, I think
but
they
this
were
was at ours when you walk in. It's just like right there. You can grab it out of a big bowl and go to your seat.
And it doesn't taste good.
You don't think so?
No.
Because the cracker's
What,
gluten free.
the wafer?
It's
The
because it's
wafer,
gluten free.
the wafer is as stale as crap.
That's why.
It's not supposed to
I
taste
know,
good.
but I'm saying, why would you grab a bunch of them? I would understand
juice.
if
Oh,
it
she
were-
likes the juice.
The juice.
It's not about the cracker.
That's true.
She wants that grape juice.
So good.
Yeah, it's like Fanta to her.
That's true. The juice is pretty solid.
Yeah.
But I think, why not make the cracker taste a little better? Like if it was a vanilla wafer, because again, it's just there to be symbolic.
Yeah,
You
but
think the disciples said that when they tried the bread?
No, but the disciples
probably
didn't
had
have a
great
bunch in a
bread.
bowl and you can reach in and grab and then go sit. You know?
yeah,
So you had a conversation with her?
yeah. Especially because she wants to get baptized coming up soon. I'm like, all right, well, we need to understand the importance of communion. And then when you're up there, you can confess.
Eddie, anything for you?
Yeah, this is recently. It was a baseball game, and the team won, so the coach got all the team in a huddle. And he goes, everyone here played so good, so I'm going to give out game stickers to everyone. And then my son puts his hands up. He's like, I don't want one. And he goes, okay, all right, well, then I'll give game stickers to everyone except Eddie's son. And I'm like, why would you say that? Just take the sticker.
Why did he not want the sticker?
It's his way of saying, like, I just didn't want a sticker on my helmet. But at the time, it was such a big praise. Like, you all played great. You get stickers. He's like, I don't want one. And I was like, God, you're embarrassing me. So I had to talk with him afterwards.
Are they still playing?
No, they just had their final one last week.
And?
They're good. I have two boys in two different teams. One team really good. The other team not so good.
And then how do you handle that?
They just, it is what it is. One team's younger. The other one's a little more experienced.
Yeah.
But, man, it's a big difference between the two.
Peyton, Georgia, you are on the Bobby Bone Show. Peyton, what's happening?
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
So my child is a big personality, and she actually embarrasses me constantly. But this specific time, you know how like when you're going to a store, and I don't know about you, but if I'm walking out empty-handed, I just kind of feel like guilty. Like someone's looking at me like, is she stealing? Did she take something? Well, I was on my way out of a store empty-handed, and my daughter, who was 7 at the time, screamed out really loud, oh, she's stealing. And I was mortified. Literally everyone in the store looked at me. And, they can't ask you, like, to look in your bags and stuff because of policy. So you just kind of have to walk out, like, shamefully, feeling like you saw something. That was me.
It is kind of a weird feeling to go in, spend some time looking, have a brief conversation with someone who works in the store, and then walk out with nothing.
It is weird.
It does. Don't be suspicious. Don't
Yeah.
be suspicious. That's what it feels like. That's funny. Thank you, Peyton, for the call. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, bye-bye. Ashley in Louisiana is on the phone. Ashley, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
I've always wanted to say that. Okay. So I have a 3-year-old named River, and we took her to dinner, me and my mom, and we're walking out. She tries to take somebody's food off the plate. Then she saw somebody in a wheelchair, and she tried to, wheel them into the table. So that was embarrassing. Well, then we go to walk out, and there's, a man on the phone, and my child just up and grabs his junk.
What?
And the kid, she just walks away like no big deal. And he's on the phone and looks down and is like, nobody's ever going to believe me when I tell them this story. So then, I should be apologizing, but all I can do is just die laughing. And that was not the first time. Like, now she just up and grabs people's junk and, like, girls' butts. I did wrong with her.
Well, no, maybe because she sees you laughing, she's like, "Oh, this is a fun thing." So I don't know. Does she ever? Are there ever like? Do you have to talk with her?
Grab your butt?
Well, so, I mean, my husband will, like, slap my butt, you know, like, jokingly.
Yeah.
But maybe that's where she gets it from. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it.
But do you talk with her about, hey, you shouldn't do that?
Yeah, I mean, I, like, grabbed her hand and I was like, River, no, like, you can't do that. But
That's not your wee-wee.
no.
Sorry.
That's funny. Thank you for the call. I can't imagine having the kid
Interesting.
run up and grab some guy.
Yeah,
you don't
no.
know.
Like, what do you
No,
do?
and I know that you want to laugh, but you can't laugh at because then the kid will think they can just keep doing it because clearly you think it's funny.
Thank you for the call. I hope you have an awesome morning.
Y'all too.
All right, bye-bye. Stephanie, you are on the show. We're talking about how your kids embarrassed you in public. Stephanie, go ahead.
Well, hey, Bobby. Actually, it wasn't what my kids have done to me. It's like several things that I've done to my mom, who loves you, by the way. But the biggest story that my dad loves to tell everybody is when we were at, I think it was like a Wendy's. I was probably like 3 years old, and my mom was bringing the food to the table. My dad had already sat down with me there in the high chair, and she, like, slides into the booth, and her butt rubs on the vinyl, and it makes, like, a really embarrassing sound. And out loud to everybody, I go, "Putin, Mama?" Just like the entire restaurant.
There you go. The old fart sound. Get you every time.
I
All
mean,
right.
yeah.
Hey, thank you for the call. Appreciate that. Thank you all for hitting us up. You can also hop on Facebook, or if you have a really good one, call us up. We can put you on in the next segment. Also, in the next segment, we have to update how we're feeling, mostly you, after taking the hottest shot in the world.
Yeah.
Which was a bit of a disaster on air. It was mayhem. We were on the air. I couldn't see because I got it in my eyes. Amy's screaming, "Help me, help me." Amy's in the office. Then she's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She's coming in going, "My face is burnt."
No,
Yes.
yesterday was traumatic.
Her face was burnt.
It's like a crime scene.
Yeah,
in
it
here
was.
yesterday.
Yeah, and yeah.
We will give you a full update, and we can play the audio back
Gosh.
of when Amy first took the shot.
Okay.
So we'll
I
get
love
in-
it. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
We'll talk about it then.
Okay, what do you talk about?
Nothing. It's just funny because, well, I watched back the clip that, we put on Instagram, and it's funny because I'm like, do you think we should get a trash can? And y'all are all like, no, just pretend you're in college. No big deal.
I texted Amy last night late, and I was like, "Are you okay?" We'll update you coming up. Take some more calls. Right now, Luke Combs is on. This is Lovin' on You. This is the Bobby Bones Show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. What a day we had yesterday. Amy had the ghost pepper shot. What was the official title of that pepper? The Carolina Reaper?
Yeah.
The world's
the Reaper.
hottest shot
The Reaper.
as well.
And we looked at it. We were like, all right.
Yeah, I know.
It won't be that hot. Well, then just pandemonium broke out in the studio. And not for just a segment. Not for just 2 segments. But we pretty much had to stop doing the show for a while. Because it was so bad.
And then we were able to pull it together.
So, we will update you on what happened, our day. We'll replay you some of the audio of when it happened. The post show yesterday is us basically just still hurting and recounting the hurt. But we'll get into that. I have some more calls from folks who have some great stories about their kids embarrassing them. And if we have any calls they can get through where all of a sudden they got triplets or quadruplets and they were like, whoa, call us as well. 877-77-BOBBY. That's our phone number. 877-77-BOBBY. yesterday on the show, we spun the wheel. And if it landed on your name, you had to take the world's hottest shot. And it was a rum shot infused with the Carolina Reaper pepper.
Hottest pepper in the world.
The peppers were in the bottle, too. And I didn't realize that, but it was red. The peppers were in the middle, so it continued to take from the pepper. The day before, Eddie was all sticking his chest out like, I'll drink it.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I kind of want him to now. I need someone to feel what I'm feeling.
After seeing that yesterday, I'm out.
Josh in Ohio. I see you're on the phone here. Appreciate you calling. Josh, what do you want to say to Eddie?
Well, Eddie's always given Lunchbox a bunch of grief and everything about how when he took the hot chip, he couldn't handle it. Well, Eddie said about a week ago before you guys got that drink that, I'll take it, Bobby. There's no need to spin the wheel. I like tequila. Well, let's see him take it now.
Yeah, hot shot.
Yeah, no,
big boy.
That's all over. The fact that we decided to do the wheel, that voids that whole comment.
But you said you didn't even need the wheel. You would do it anyway.
Yeah.
Right, and I did. I don't know. I was picturing there's a Bacardi 151 that I remember in college. Like it was like you could light it on fire. It was so potent.
Yeah.
And I've taken a shot of that. And it was like, but doable. That's what I was thinking. When I saw Amy take that shot, not the same.
Well, yesterday, too, in case you missed it, we're pumping her up. Mm-hmm. We're going, because Amy went to Texas A&M. We're like talking about College Station, the memories. We're like, come on, you got this.
Pretend you're 21 at the bar taking a shot.
And she did, and she ripped it.
So I did. Y'all made me. I was like, I was thinking back to the good times, and I smiled. Like in the video, you can see me like smiling before I take the shot.
Good times.
And then I don't think I smiled the rest of the day. Ugh.
So this is a clip of Amy when she takes the shot in case you missed it. Amy, describe the first 3 or 4 seconds after you swallow the shot.
Right away, when I first swallowed it, I thought, okay, I don't really know what's happening yet, but I took it. And then, yes, a few seconds go by and it all just sets in. It is so hot that the only way I've been able to describe the feeling to people would be if you've ever been, it doesn't feel like you're choking. No, I haven't. But it doesn't feel like you're choking. But that sense of like, if you are choking, and I've never needed the Heimlich, but like if you needed the Heimlich, that's your remedy, right? It's like, I need help. Somebody help me get this food that's lodged. Well, so that's my comparison. Because I didn't know, that's why I was saying help me, because I didn't know what to do to make it stop. But I felt like I was going to like pass out.
Here's a clip of Amy taking the shot yesterday.
Mm-hmm. All right.
There she goes. 3,
2,
1, go. She took the shot.
There we go.
She swallowed it. Oh, she's going to puke. Uh-oh. Go to the trash can.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, she's puking.
Oh, that's not good.
Give her some water or something.
Lunchbox, help her.
What's a green smoothie?
Lunchbox, help her.
Give her some water. Give her some water.
No, y'all.
Somebody give her some water. So
That's me screaming for the Heimlich in a way. Like, because I really felt like this is not right. My body hates this. Whatever's happening to me is so wrong. I'm going to have to go to the hospital.
So Amy runs off.
Yeah.
And she runs into my office and she starts to handle herself that way. Mm-hmm. Then she runs into the bathroom and I'm trying to check on her, but I'd spilled some of that stuff on my hands while pouring the shot. And I start rubbing my eyes like an id. It was like 2 campfires in my face. Woof. I couldn't see. Mike D goes, hey, we're on the air in 45 seconds. So I can see nothing. I got people running washcloths to me. I got people trying to help Amy in the bathroom. We go on the air. I can't see anything. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. I mean, it's pandemonium in the studio. People are texting Amy, messaging Amy. Should I call 911? Like from out of the studio.
Yes, because they're
Since
listening.
no one's doing anything here.
They're like, do y'all need help? Should we call 911 for you? Because it just was so bad. And Morgan and Abby were trying to give me milk and put milk on my face because the problem was when I was throwing up, it started to come out my nose and down my face. My lips looked like I had like Kylie Jenner lip kit. Like they were swollen. My face was red. It was burning like I had a chemical peel. It just was I was shaking and sweating. It felt like alcohol poisoning, which I have had before, times 100. Like it's the worst feeling I've ever had.
Here's a voicemail we got yesterday.
Bobby and friends, yesterday's show was hilarious. It might be one of my favorite shows y'all have ever done. The shot that Amy took, I'm sorry, Amy, but yesterday was hilarious. So my question today is, who's gonna take that shot today?
My question too, because I want to make sure that I'm not being dramatic or crazy, because I feel like I'm describing it to y'all, and then my day yesterday was not normal. I'm still not, my mouth is not right. I don't know if it burned a layer of my skin. I don't know what's happening, but nothing tastes right, not even water.
Could you eat dinner last night?
No, all I had yesterday was crackers and popcorn because they were
That's
very
it?
bland. Yes. Crackers, popcorn, and not enough water, clearly, because water doesn't even taste good to me, which water tastes like nothing, but not in my mouth.
And now it tastes
has
bad?
like a sweet
Weird.
rum coating situation that's been seared into my taste buds or something. And I think I was dehydrated. I had a headache all day. I don't ever lay down in the middle of the day, and I had to lay down for like 30 minutes because I was like, I can't function.
Here's the question I would ask.
Yeah.
This will show us just how bad it was. How much money would you need to be paid to do it again? Like literally, if I said, hey, I would say, hold on. Let me finish my question here.
Okay.
The company has an unlimited budget.
Not true.
Man.
No, I have to pay for our own games here, so don't think that's true. But if they said, hey, but how much to get her to take the shot again? How much would you need?
Any number, Amy.
Literally, don't be crazy. Say 10 million.
I'm not.
Or like, what's the lowest
Well,
you
I
would
was
take?
thinking $1 million, but thousands and thousands. I'd figure out a way to make money otherwise without having to put my body through that. That
For
feeling of-
$1,000, would you take the shot again?
No. I would
Really?
not.
It was that
I'm
bad.
sorry. I will sell my soul on Instagram to some ad that I don't want. Like, I don't want. Nope, not happening. Like, yes, would $1,000 be amazing? Is that a lot of money? Absolutely. But to go through an experience where you're fearing for how your body's functioning, no, it was scary. I've never broken a bone. I've never been in a lot of pain. You know, I feel very blessed in that department. So I don't know. I would say that might be that is the most painful thing I've ever been through.
Wow.
So no, it would take 100,000.
Oh,
maybe.
100,000.
So we're telling our listeners not to buy this as a joke for their friends.
You cannot. Someone, if they take that, has to be willingly.
Yeah.
Of their own. Like, I did it willingly, and I own that. My name was on the wheel. I signed up for it. Some people were online defending me. I shouldn't have had to do it, but I will stand before and say, I know that my name was on the wheel. Did I think it was going to land on me? No. But did I have to end up doing it? Yes. And but I just, so I don't need people standing up for me. It's really sweet. But at the same time, if anybody ever takes that, they need to know what they're getting into, have milk nearby. Also, I don't really ever drink milk, and I had like 30 gallons yesterday. Everything about me feels messed up. I'm not myself.
The milk thing was awkward for me too because water wasn't helping my eyes. But as soon as they brought in a cloth full of milk, it helped my eyes. It took
Weird.
me until about 1 p.m. to not feel my eyes burning at all yesterday. But again, I was minor leagues. You know, Amy's playing up in the big leagues.
Yeah, because like right now, I love my morning coffee, and I still have almost half of it left, and I've been sipping on it all morning because it's just not good.
We're praying for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I need it.
Okay, but we're all good.
Can
For
we-
those who are wondering, we're
Is
good.
anybody on the show going to do it just to see what I'm talking
No.
about?
Why would they? After this? It's
No
like, why-
chance.
Yeah, it's
if
like
you'd
when
have come in and played it cool and been like, man, I had the best dreams last night.
No.
I woke
slept
up feeling
great.
wonderful.
No, but someone might just be like curious.
Is anyone curious?
I'm
Anybody.
curious to see what it tastes like. I don't know if I would do a whole shot. I would like to taste like just
Give
like
him
a
a
little
taste.
sip.
Do it.
Did
Do
you see
it.
Bobby's eyes? Dude,
But
you're
I'm saying
crazy.
the taste isn't enough for us. Take half a shot.
I mean, yeah, we
Even
probably.
a quarter of a shot would
You know
kill
what? I
him.
almost don't want him to do it. He might die. Somebody might die. After
Stop
watching
it.
this, somebody might die from this. Okay, Amy, thank you for your service to
I'd
the
love
show.
it if somebody else did it, but okay, you're welcome.
We're good.
Listen, I'm like that caller. I want more. I want somebody else to feel it. But it has to
Kind of
be
weird
taken.
of you, but yeah.
After she's been
sick
through
and
it, she
sick.
wants to
No.
see
Yeah,
it.
it's
No,
very
I
strange.
think what it is more so I just want someone to justify how
It's
dramatic I'm
justified.
being.
We saw you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we get it.
When you started screaming for help and then Eddie froze and didn't know what to do.
That's when it hit me, man.
No, Eddie said lunchbox helper. Lunchbox
scream?
helper. Like, I
Like,
mean,
do anything.
I don't know that I've ever screamed that way in my life. That was a foreign sound from my body that like I clearly, yes, was
it
that's
felt like you were being attacked.
well, at least I know I've got a good yell. if I ever need it.
It shook us all to our core for a
Sure
second.
did.
We were like, okay, thank you, Amy.
I finally stopped sweating too because it made you sweat and shake. Just be prepared for all the things.
Or
people.
don't do it. Don't be prepared. Just don't do it.
But you know people are doing it.
All right.